Hey there guys, I'm back to another video. Today I'm here doing another massive collection video, and today we are going to take a look at every single amiibo that I have. And I was kind of inspired to do this just looking at my collection videos, and I haven't updated this one in a while. On top of that, Sora came out, which is the last Smash Brothers amiibo, which is what I mainly collect. So you'll see a majority of my collection is Smash Brothers, but I have a lot of stories to go along with it because I myself was one of the many people that sort of, I wouldn't say suffered, but experienced what it was like to buy Smash Brothers amiibo as they were coming out for the Wii U/3DS going into Ultimate. So yeah, and especially during those early years, it was crazy. But I do have some non-Smash Brothers amiibo, so I will get into those first, and then we'll get into my loose amiibo, then into my box Smash Brothers amiibo. But first, I want to talk about what you guys see on your screen right now, which are these racks up here. Those are, I believe they're spice racks or something like that. This is what I use to display my amiibo. You'll probably see it in my collection or my review videos a lot in the background, sort of how I display my loose Smash Brothers amiibo, a portion of my collection. And I have 2 of them still. I wish I had more because I would display my entire Smash Brothers amiibo like this. But you can get these on Amazon right now for like $7 or something like that. It is like really cheap and a really great way to display your amiibo collection. It is only 3 tiers, and I'm sure that there's better alternatives out there. But this is like a nice cheap one that I found. I believe it's like 15 inches long, and you could get, I believe, other sizes on Amazon as well. And if you want to collect amiibo these days, it's obviously going to be a lot of money, a bit harder to find because Nintendo is not actively reprinting them as they were back then. But ArtSwift is a great website. I actually have one of the amiibo here that you will see very soon is I purchased from ArtSwift because I was like, I kind of want this amiibo, and the fact that they had it on there for like a reasonable price, I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, so let's just get into the video, starting with that amiibo that I was just talking about, which is the Pikmin amiibo. This is obviously Japanese, but I really don't care because I think they're all the same. It's just packaging wise and all this other stuff. But yeah, I bought this from ArtSwift, and it's a legit Pikmin amiibo. If before the release of Pikmin 4, this amiibo would go for like about $100, which is crazy. But I got this for less than 50, probably even less than 30 on ArtSwift after shipping and everything. So yeah, very happy to have this one. And the reason why I opened some of my amiibo is because those are the ones that I had back in the day. A lot of the newer ones I keep in the box, like this one. Let's go back to an older amiibo. This is the Toad amiibo. This was the one unique figure from the Super Mario Brothers line. I bought this on Amazon, I believe. Pre-orders went out like instantly. Like as soon as collectors knew about this pre-order, it pretty much sold out like within the hour, and I have it. Nowadays, this is like a pretty cheap and affordable amiibo because they've obviously reprinted it so many times, and I think that they even bundled it with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on the Wii U. I could be mistaken there, but I had an extra one and I sold that one off for like $10 or something like that on eBay years ago. But yeah, got the Toad amiibo. And then let's get into some other Mario stuff that I got here. I got the 30th anniversary 8-bit Mario one, the classic colors. I believe they had a modern colors one, which was exclusive to Walmart. I never got that one, but one day maybe I'll purchase that one as well. But yeah, I just got the classic colors here. Not bad. Sticking on the Mario train, we got a Yoshi's Woolly World amiibo. This is the one that came with the box set that you would buy. And yeah, they had some other colors as well. They had a pink one, a light blue one, and also a giant one as well. So, but this is the only one I really went out of my way to buy. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. They look just like how they would within Yoshi's Woolly World. And I honestly wish that Nintendo would invest into more wackier, crazier amiibo like this, but I understand you gotta sort of make a functionality within the games, but also making the amiibo is also expensive as well. Let's talk about Chibi Robo. Chibi Robo Ziplash. This was a 3DS game that I was kind of excited for. And then when it came out, it was kind of just like another generic platformer. It was kind of like whatever. It's fine. It's not necessarily like the worst game in the world, but it's definitely like there's no reason for you to really play it. And I was kind of excited for it, so I bought the bundle that came with the amiibo, and I opened it up for a video, I believe, on this YouTube channel that you can still check out if you want to. But yeah, Chibi Robo amiibo, probably the only one that he will ever receive. Moving on from there, let's talk about some other Nintendo IPs. I do have the original Splatoon trio pack. So you got the boy, the girl, and also the green squid. I used to have some other ones, but I sold those off because I was just not interested in collecting the Splatoon amiibo because in my sort of, I guess, like collecting mine, if I collect for something, I want to try to get all of it as much as I can. And if I can't get all of it within like a series or whatever, then I'm not going to bother with it. So that's why with the Smash Brothers amiibo, I kind of have everything. But with like all of these other like smaller series, I don't really go out of my way to get the other ones unless I obviously already purchased them. Or they kind of just look cool. Like, for example, the Shovel Knight amiibo. This was the first ever, I believe, third-party amiibo that they did. And I think at one point this was going for like really, really expensive, like high numbers on eBay. But I think nowadays it's really cooled down. But yeah, Shovel Knight, it really made its splash within the indie game scene when it was released. And yeah, it's still one of the cooler, I would say, retro-looking indie games today. I still haven't finished it. Still have to go back and actually like really, really dive into it. But yeah, cool that they got a amiibo for it. The last amiibo that I have to show off here are my Zelda amiibo, which I used to have a lot of, just like with these Splatoon ones. But out of the two that I do have, this one is for Link's Awakening. He looks just like a toy because he is a toy. But I really do like the art style that this sort of remake did. So when they announced that they were coming out with the amiibo for it, I knew that I had to have it, and he just looks so goddamn cute. But yeah, you know, I just like 2D Zelda games a lot more than 3D Zelda games. Not to say that they're necessarily bad, but you know, it's just my personal preference when it comes to the Legend of Zelda series. And then I believe within the past 2 years or something like that, they did like a reprint of these amiibo for the 30th anniversary. I used to have all of them. I bought all of the reprints because I was like, I kind of want them. But my Wind Waker one, for some reason, Target like messed it up because they were all like different like retail exclusives. I forget exactly where I bought this Ocarina of Time one from. It could have been GameStop, Amazon, one of those. But the Wind Waker one, I had that pre-ordered at Target, and that pre-order got so messed up. It got delayed like months and months and months before they finally just canceled it. And it's so funny because literally that day that these came out, I was at a Target and I saw it and I was like, oh, I have my pre-order. It's going to come in the mail, yada, yada, yada. And then it just got canceled on me because I guess they sold too many pre-orders and then they just couldn't fulfill them. But yeah, so ever since that moment, I have been double pre-ordering the last couple of Smash Brothers amiibo, which has worked out for me. And I didn't necessarily resell the extras. I actually sold them off or gave them to a friend. So, and I will tell those stories when I get to it. But those are all my non-Smash Brothers amiibo. Okay, so now let's talk about the loose amiibo that I have. Not every single one's going to go on the little displays just because I have some scattered around my game room here, but the ones I do put up on there is the ones that you'll usually see in the background of my videos. I won't go in any particular order whatsoever just because it would be a pain in my butt to really try to figure out what's part of what wave and all this other stuff. So we're just going to talk about it in general as my loose Smash Brothers amiibo, and then afterwards we're going to talk about my boxed amiibo for Smash Brothers. So first up, obviously got to start with Mr. Video Game himself, Mario. I forget exactly where I bought him from, but he was not actually my first ever amiibo. That goes to Link, which I'll talk about in just a second. But yeah, when amiibo were first coming out, I wasn't exactly too hyper interested in them, even though I am like a pretty big toy and figure collector. I was like, oh, you know, like these are like pretty cool. But once I guess like the value and sort of like the trend started to happen, I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to get into it because it seems kind of exciting. And it was during that era, but yeah, we got Mario, such a cool dynamic pose. And while I am on the topic of my first ever amiibo, let's talk about Link. Yeah, I mean, he was the last one at the local Target that I was at, so I was like, okay, yeah, you know, let me just buy him up, because this was around the time when word really started to buzz around about Marth, Wii Fit Trainer, and Villager being like super duper uncommon and super hard to find. That's when those figures start to go for like hundreds of dollars on eBay. So when I saw Link, I was like, all right, let me go and buy him up, start my amiibo collection, and go from there. Another one we got here, we might as well bang out all of these Zelda characters that I have in front of me. We got Zelda, obviously. Forget exactly where I bought a lot of these figures from, but for the most part, it's either going to be Toys R Us, Target, or Best Buy within that order. Mostly Toys R Us, from what I remember, because I just loved going there. I had the best luck finding amiibo there. But yeah, just in that particular order, we had Zelda. And of course, we have Sheik. The amiibo figures just have so much great detail in such a small sort of form factor. It's actually kind of crazy. And of course, we got the villain himself, Ganondorf. We might as well talk about the first wave of Smash Ultimate amiibo. The new fighter coming in, Inkling Girl. They only had this character version of it. They didn't do a Inkling Boy for the wave, but you know what? That's fine. You know, we got the Splatoon 3-pack to satisfy that. But yeah, it would have been cool if we got a Splatoon Boy as well within amiibo form. Almost forgot to talk about Wolf as a part of that Smash Ultimate first wave for those new figures. Yeah, it was kind of crazy when they announced that everyone's returning. So then it was like, oh my god, they're going to actually print amiibo for like the Brawl, the Melee characters that never made the cut. So yeah, Wolf, super duper dope character, especially in amiibo form. I believe the last figure part of the final sort of first wave of the Smash Ultimate amiibo was Ridley. Ridley was a exciting new addition to the roster, one that has been memed on so much leading up to Smash Ultimate's release, and now Ridley's in the game. So yeah, pretty dope that we now have the Metroid series main villain in Smash Brothers. Next one we got here is Little Mac. I remember that he was another really hard figure to find as a part of Wave 2 because he was just super duper uncommon, not really printed a whole lot, but I think I found him at a Toys R Us reprinted when they were, you know, starting to pump them out a lot more frequently. So yeah, I love Little Mac. He's such a cool character. I wish we got more Punch-Out games and whatnot, but yeah. Next one we got here is obviously Luigi. Very exactly where I bought him from, but yeah, you know, pretty cool figure. Really like the pose that they got going on for him here. Might as well round out the trio of Mario characters with Princess Peach. Another Mario character we got here is Dr. Mario himself. Very cool that Sakurai, from the very beginning when he was introduced to Melee, that he would interact slightly differently compared to how Mario does, and that has stayed true all the way up until where we are now with Smash Ultimate. So yeah, and I believe he was a Target exclusive. I think I bought him, it was either in-store or online, I forget. But yeah, at this point, like, amiibo collecting became a little bit easier. Not as many people were sort of going out of their way to try to get all of them anymore. So this one was relatively easy to collect. Wario. This was a figure that I missed out on whenever he came out, whichever wave he came out in. I just could never find him in stores. So I bought him on eBay. I bought him brand new in box. So you're probably wondering why he's opened. I got the package, and the package was just mangled up. Like, the box itself, like, there were actual, like, box cutter cuts in the back of the box with the cardboard, and obviously the plastic shell was just ruined. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to go out of my way to sort of like complain to the seller or anything like that, but it was advertised as brand new and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, whatever, I'll just open it. I don't know if I gave that seller a negative review. I hope I didn't, because that's just you know, it is what it is. I don't really care at the end of the day, you know, but that definitely sucked. Then we got Villager. This was not the original. This is obviously the reprint. If you look at the original, hopefully I can find a picture of the original one, but he looks slightly different. This is the reprint that they did with Toys R Us to sort of re-release him. And yeah, I was so happy to finally add him to my collection, because I was just like, finally, I now have him, and I didn't spend over $100 for him, because I think that would have been ridiculous for me to do. But yeah, very, very happy to have him within the collection. Olimar and the Pikmin. Don't exactly remember where I bought him or got him from, but yeah, pretty cool. Really do like the sort of, I guess, like fake glass look that he got going on for the helmet. We got Captain Falcon. Probably a Toys R Us purchase, maybe even GameStop. I can't remember exactly, but another one of those reprints that I caught when they were sort of restocking the amiibo because of the craze that was happening back in the day. Can it focus? Now we got the Mii Fighter Trio Pack. I have a very interesting story about these, because I still remember purchasing these at a Target nearby, not my local my local Toys R Us. The Toys R Us that was near the college that I was visiting, sort of a college tour that day. And afterwards I was like, Dad, can we go to Toys R Us so I could buy the new amiibo? So I bought this, and yeah, it was great. I mean, it was pretty chill. Like I said, at this point within the amiibo sort of collecting phase, a lot of people sort of dropped out, really didn't care. Nintendo really got better with their stock, so they had a lot just sitting there. And obviously these are Mii fighters, so no one's really gonna care too much about them. All right, let's continue the loose amiibo train going. We got these two right here, the Meta Knight and King Dedede. I haven't even shown you guys Kirby yet, but I just wanted to show these off first because these I got from my friends, my best friends, Damien and Kofi. They got me these for my birthday because these were the only ones that I needed at the time for my collection. Meta Knight, I have a crazy story about this one. So I went to my local Best Buy when this one came out, and obviously it was a Best Buy exclusive. That's why I was there. And there was a family in front of me. I think it was 3 or 4. And they were all trying to get one of each for themselves because they didn't have like a 1 per house rule thing. It was just 1 per customer. So they somehow got off with getting like 3 or 4 Meta Knight amiibo. And the rest of us, me and the couple of other people at the end of the line, just couldn't get it. So yeah, I was a little mad that day. I was kind of bitter, kind of pissed about that. But, you know, shout out to my good friend, best friend, Damien, which we do have a podcast together called the Travis and Damien Podcast. We talk about games, movies, and anime every other week. But yeah, he got me this one. I believe this one was from Europe. He just bought it on Amazon or whatever. And then my good friend Kofi, he got me this one, sort of like a duo gift between them. And I think this one was from Japan. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know why I couldn't even find this one in stores. I think it was just like my luck was bad and I couldn't find King Dedede. But yeah, King Dedede looks great. Very nice detail. Nice shiny sort of accents with the white stuff. Don't take that out of context, please. But yeah, the white accents, very shiny material on there. But yeah. Next one we got here is Marth. Definitely did not buy this when he initially came out. Definitely caught this on a reprint because, like I said, not spending that however hundreds of dollars that he was on eBay. But yeah, caught him on a reprint. Forget exactly who had him. Like I said, could have been one of the 3 or 4 retailers that I mentioned earlier: Toys R Us, GameStop, Target, Toys R Us, GameStop, Target, and Best Buy. One of those. Next ones we got here is Samus, and I might as well show off Zero Suit Samus. Probably Toys R Us purchases if I had to guess, because Toys R Us was getting a lot of those reprints pretty often. This one I know for sure is not from Toys R Us. This one was a GameStop exclusive. This was Ike. I don't think Ike was originally a GameStop exclusive, but when they reprinted him, he was a GameStop Black Friday exclusive. So I went there, I think it was like Thanksgiving night. I went to my local GameStop and I was like, you guys got Ike? And then he had like a few just sitting there behind the counter. So I was like, all right, cool, just give me the one. Ike was my main within Smash Brothers Brawl. You know, he's a very heavy fighter. I just like sword characters in general, so you know, they got a sword, I'm probably gonna play them because I just think that they're pretty cool. But yeah, Ike. Next one we got here is Jigglypuff. Just a basic Target exclusive. Didn't have to do too much trouble to get this one. I think I bought it online. I think the box came damaged, which is why I opened it. And obviously, like, I'm not going to go through the process of like trying to return it, then, you know, get a new one and then hope that that box is good. I'm not going to be that sort of particular about it. Like, if the box is broken or sort of damaged or whatever, and I could kind of salvage it, I'll salvage it. But if it's like completely destroyed, then I'll just open it at that point. Next one we got here is a trio pack, so apologies, but just give me a second. We got Rob with the original NES colors, and we got Duck Hunt Dog. Very cool that we got a figure for the Duck Hunt Dog, and obviously we got Mr. Game & Watch. I do have the attachments on my side, just have to grab them in just a second, but yeah, this was just a GameStop exclusive, nothing too crazy. I even did a unboxing video on this channel for this because I was just like, why not? You know, like, these are pretty cool. A trio of iconic NES Nintendo characters in Smash Brothers amiibo form. And like I said, I had the attachments on the side. So Mr. Game & Watch, he came with 3 extra different, I guess, face plates that you could put on him. So you got the one with the 9, you got the one of him doing the bell, then the other one is with the parachute. So yeah, you know, nice little customization options, but the one that I have is just the regular default one. Next one we got here is Fox McCloud. I believe this was actually an Amazon purchase. I think I kind of remember trying to get through the Amazon checkout process just to get this one. He restocked on Amazon. I saw something on Twitter or whatever, and I saw it instantly, bought it, or was trying to buy it, and then I finally got it, and it went through into my order confirmations. But yeah, Fox McCloud, very, very cool character. One of the original 8 within the first Smash Brothers, I believe. So might as well, when we are on Fox, we might as well talk about Falco. So yeah, Falco, this was at the point when the amiibo collecting phase was kind of donezo, not exactly as hype and exciting. But this was a Best Buy exclusive, and I remember purchasing this or doing a order pickup at my local Best Buy. This was around the holidays or whatever. So when I went to go pick it up, the guy was like, "What's up with these?" I was like, "Oh yeah, they're like amiibo, they're like toys. You kind of just scan them in the game and then they do stuff." And yeah, so definitely remember that interaction because my dad was messing with the guy too. So yeah. Next one we got here is Bowser. Such a nice chunky amiibo. I believe I bought this at Target when that release day happened, because I always went to, I believe it was Target or Toys R Us, those two retailers in particular for my amiibo purchases. And Target usually pulled through on release days in terms of like having like most of like the full set. So bought this one there that day. Next one we got here is Diddy Kong. And we might as well show off Donkey Kong as well. Forget exactly where I bought this one from, but I got him. And I forgot to show off Kirby because I showed off his other cast of characters within the Smash Brothers amiibo line. But yeah, we just got a basic Kirby. Nothing too special, nothing crazy. Next one we got here is Pit. Of course, we got Dark Pit as well. I believe Dark Pit was a Best Buy exclusive or something like that. And then I think I bought Pit at GameStop.com when he went back in stock as like a reprint or something like that. So we got those two. Next up, we got Pikachu. Basic Pikachu going on here. Next one we got here is Lucario. I believe it was a Toys R Us exclusive. Probably the easiest store exclusive to get because I think Toys R Us just had a bunch of them for some reason. And I think not that many people were that interested in Lucario, unfortunately. Next one we got here is Toon Link. Forget exactly where I purchased this one from, but Toon Link was my main within Smash Brothers. I probably bought this at Best Buy now that I'm kind of remembering it. Obviously, this was like years and years ago when I bought a lot of these figures, but yeah, my main within Smash 4. Just really liked Sword Fighters, like I said earlier, and I like Toon Link's art style and sort of his play style as well, so. Next up we got here is Mewtwo, the first DLC character to get a amiibo, and he is giant, massive, really cool dynamic pose going on here. So next one we got here is Greninja. I think he was a Toys R Us exclusive or something like that, but yeah, for some reason Toys R Us always got like the Pokemon exclusives. I don't know what it was. Yeah, Mega Man. Super excited to get this one because he was like one of my most requested fighters for Smash 4, and the fact that he was in the game, I was like, yes, let's go. And his amiibo is great. The blue accents really shine because of the different paint job that he received on those parts of him. But yeah, pretty cool figure. Hopefully it focuses on it properly. Of course, the other blue character that I love, Sonic the Hedgehog. Great amiibo figure. Really happy with how this one turned out. Really got the colors right too. And obviously the pose is pretty dope. And the last of the big three that I see in terms of Smash Brothers characters that I really wanted, which was Mega Man, Sonic, and of course, Pac-Man. I cannot believe we got Pac-Man, and the fact that it is his like Pac-Man world design as well. Oh my god, so happy about this one. Bowser Jr. I believe this was a Target purchase as well, because like I said earlier, Target seemed to have pulled through anytime when new amiibo came out for me personally. Yoshi. This was a a Wave 1 amiibo that I bought like super duper later on, like plus over a year later, because I was just like, I don't have this one yet. I probably should buy it if I'm actually going to commit to like collecting every single Smash Brothers amiibo. So I found this at the mall. I think it was either FYE or GameStop. Probably FYE, because not a lot of people were probably going in there to buy amiibo only. But yeah, I bought this one there. Definitely happy that I bought it then and there, because it was definitely going to be a lot harder to find it at a retail price later on. I'm sure that this amiibo is still like, you know, around 10, 15, 20 bucks. So nothing too crazy. And the last loose amiibo that I have to show here is Charizard. Found this one at Toys R Us, I believe. He was like the last one there. I think he was literally just like sitting like at the bottom of the amiibo display, and for some reason someone picked it up and didn't put it back on the rack. I saw it there and I was like, I need that one. That's the last one that was part of that wave in particular. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm happy. So all right, so that's all of my loose amiibo. So now let's get into my box amiibo, which I have just as much of. So let's just get started. So first one I got here is Steve and Alex, obviously the Minecraft duo here. No store exclusive or anything. This was obviously at the point where amiibo are kind of just like, if you want them, you buy them when they launch. Otherwise, afterwards, you're going to have to try to pay resale or hopefully get them for retail. But yeah, you know, Steve and Alex, Minecraft characters, they've done a lot for the Smash Brothers esports scene, for better or for worse. This one we got here is Byleth, another Fire Emblem character, which they have a lot of, along with Pokemon. But yeah, Byleth, I believe this is the last Fire Emblem representation that they added to the game, which was not a lot of people were happy about, I believe, because it was part of like the DLC stuff, so people only expect it to be third-party stuff, which is kind of understandable, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's a Nintendo game. We might as well add in the newest Fire Emblem Pro Tag in there as well. Next one we got here is King K. Rool, one of the newcomers for Smash Brothers Ultimate, and now he has his own amiibo. Nice, big, and chunky, just like Bowser, Donkey Kong, any of the other heavy hitters within the game itself. So yeah, and he has amazing detail, looks awesome, great, love the pose. Because this is Smash Ultimate, they have brought other characters back that were previously not in Smash Brothers, so like Pokemon Trainer, so now we got a Squirtle amiibo. Speaking of Pokemon, we got Pichu. I think this dent on top is because I accidentally dropped him when I was like moving stuff around, and I was kind of mad at myself, but at the same time I'm like, whatever, you know, like it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, Pichu, nice cute little guy. Let's keep the Pokemon train going. We got Incineroar, brand new fighter for Smash Ultimate. Nice big character, nice big chonky character. Once again, the detail on him is crazy. I think his head's a little too tilted for my taste. I wish his head was a little more forward, so I don't have to turn him all the way this way just to see his face, but got two more Pokemon amiibo to go. So the first one is obviously Ivysaur. We got Charizard within Smash 4 because that was the only one that they could introduce. And we got Squirtle that we saw earlier. And now we got Ivysaur. And of course, you can't have Pokemon Trainer without the Pokemon Trainer amiibo, which is really cool that they actually did this, because obviously they did the individual Pokemon. So they were like, well, might as well do Pokemon Trainer as well. Next one we got here is Dark Samus. Such a cool amiibo. Like, look at this detail. The sculpt on this is actually insane. The paint job is spot on. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it just looks so good. Let's get into some more third-party characters. We got Snake from Smash Brothers Brawl, but now he's in Smash Ultimate, so that is awesome to see him get a amiibo of his own. We got Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. Such a cool amiibo. He takes up so much real estate, if you will. It's such a big character with his wings and whatnot, his hair, the sword. We got Kazuya from Tekken. I actually kind of forget that Kazuya is in Smash Brothers sometimes. I know that there's a player within the Smash esports scene that plays him a lot, but yeah. Other than that, I kind of forget that Kazuya is in Smash Brothers, which is, once again, another crazy addition that they added to the roster. The other traditional fighting game character that they had first were obviously Street Fighter. So first we got Ken. Now that we got Ken, obviously let's talk about Ryu. I think I bought this online, probably from GameStop, because I don't remember doing those creases on the box myself. But yeah, I mean, just having Ryu in Smash Brothers was already a crazy thing to have. So having him in amiibo form is obviously as cool. But then when we got Ken, equally as dope. Next one we got here is Rosalina. This is the original that came out during that Target exclusive era where she became like super duper hard to find. Like if you weren't out there looking for her day one, it was like, okay, well, good luck, because she was pretty much out of stock everywhere. Super duper hard to find. I have not yet opened this box yet, just because I was just, you know, holding it off until I had more room to actually display my amiibo figures. But yeah, you know, one of these days I will open this figure up and have my entire amiibo collection on display. Let's take a look at some of the Fire Emblem representations. So we got Lucina. I forget exactly where I bought this one from. Probably Best Buy or something like that. But yeah, pretty cool. Then we got Chrom. Chrom was a awesome addition to Smash Brothers because I wanted him within Smash 4. So the fact that he was added within Ultimate, equally as dope. Very, very happy about this figure, especially with how giant dynamic his pose and his cape is. Next one we got here is Corrin. This is the way that they did the Player 2 representation. So I only have one of them, which is Player 2 Corrin, which is unironically the much harder version of Corrin to find because no one really cares about the male version of Corrin. So let me just pull the other one out. So yes, I did buy Player 2 version of Corrin. I don't know if I bought this online or something like that. There's like Japanese characters on it, so maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe I bought this during a reprint. I might have bought this on Amazon because I think that this was a Amazon exclusive and a lot of people were having trouble getting her after that. So I think nowadays it's a lot easier, especially with things like Art Swift and everything like that. So next one we got here is Robin. One of the last two Fire Emblem representatives I need to show off here. Then the last one that you need to see is Roy. I believe he came out alongside Ryu. So that's a pretty cool wave to have all of those characters in. All right, so let's continue going in no particular order. We got Min Min. I believe she came out in her own wave by herself. Because at this point, you know, Nintendo didn't really have any reason to print amiibo other than the Smash Brothers one. So yeah, once again, just like with all of the other Ultimate amiibo, she just has insane amounts of detail. Really great paint job. Totally worth the $16, $17 price tag. Next one we got here is Banjo and Kazooie. Another unreal sort of addition that they added to Smash Brothers. The fact that they were able to get these characters in. Mind-boggling, super duper cool. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the Banjo-Kazooie games because I haven't really taken the time to sit down and play them, awesome to see them represented in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Next one we got here is Simon. Castlevania representation in Smash Brothers. Once again, another crazy franchise to have in here. I will never forget when Smash Ultimate first came out and people were like, yeah, you know, Simon and Richter are like pretty good characters. Nowadays you really see no one really playing them, excuse me, just because they are not the best characters to play. They don't have the best recovery and things like that. But the amiibo, man, like, look at that, such a cool character. Because I pulled out Simon, I might as well show off Richter. He's not as big as Simon, but hey, you know what, he's still such a cool amiibo to have. Just look at that detail with the whip, his outfit, the details, the paint job. Oh my god, such a great figure. The reintroduction of ice climbers, I believe they were left out within Smash for Ryu because they couldn't put the ice climbers in Smash for 3DS. So the fact that now it is just a home console game, or I guess a Switch game I should say, they can now put them within Smash Ultimate. So yeah, ice climbers, awesome to have them. Especially one of the OGs added to the amiibo roster. Another one of the OGs, depending on how you look at it, Young Link from Smash Brothers Melee made their way to Smash Ultimate. Yeah, pretty much plays like Toon Link, how Toon Link played within Smash 4, then Toon Link plays a little differently within Smash Ultimate. So yeah, you know, I guess that's how they sort of got around with having two of the same younger Link versions, because there's a lot of Zelda characters within Smash Ultimate. But yeah. Next one we got here is Ness. So you might see that this one has a little slightly different packaging from the NTSC version, because this one is from the UK. I imported this one. This was my first ever import for a amiibo. And the reason I did that was because this was a GameStop exclusive when they reprinted them or released them or whatever the case was. And I just missed my opportunity every single time. I just could not find this guy. So I bought a UK version for like 30 bucks shipping included and everything like that. And I was like, ah, yeah, you know what? I'll bite the bullet, because this was one of the few amiibo that I needed at the time to complete my Smash collection. I also have Lucas. Don't exactly remember where I bought this one from, but I think this one came out with Ryu. I think it was Ryu and Lucas, same wave. But yeah, I definitely did not want to miss my opportunity on this guy, because I was like, let's not have the same thing happen to when I bought Ness. Forgot to show these off because they were just deep in the back of my pile of boxed Smash Brothers amiibo. But like I said, the big three for me personally is Sonic, Mega Man, and Pac-Man as my main ones for the Smash inclusion. So the fact that they were in the game, now that we're at the end of Smash Ultimate sort of amiibo lifespan, I was like, all right, I want to get a box version of Sonic, Mega Man, and Pac-Man. So I did that. So here's Sonic in the box, nice and pristine. Got a box version of Pac-Man. I believe I bought all of these from Toys R Us. Not all at the same time, but just at various times. Then the last one we got here is Mega Man. So even though I spent hundreds of dollars at Toys R Us to buy Amiibo, it wasn't enough to save that goddamn company. But yeah, got those three in the box for my own personal collection, not for like resale value or anything like that. Next one we got here is Wii Fit Trainer. This is another one of those super extremely rare Wave 1 figures alongside Marth and Villager. Bought this one at GameStop when they reprinted it. It was like such a random reprint. Like it just happened randomly and it went up and then it was gone. So I was so happy that I was able to secure it. So yeah, Wii Fit Trainer, super duper dope that I have that in my collection. We got more Animal Crossing representation with Isabelle. Super duper cool that they added another character from that series into the game. And yeah, just as small and just as cute as the original Villager. I already showed off the Corrin Player 1 and Player 2, but we got Bayonetta Player 1. This is a Japan import because when this wave came out, I don't know what I was doing, but I was just not following Amiibo as much. So when the wave came out, it kind of just went and gone. And then I was like, oh, I kind of want them because I want to like obviously complete the set because these were the last ones that I needed at the time. And obviously they were kind of expensive. So I was like, well, I guess I'll buy this one on eBay. I don't even know what this sticker's for. So I bought it on eBay from a Japan seller and obviously shipped it out. Very nice. Still got it in the box. So yeah, definitely still on the hunt out for the Player 2 Bayonetta. Same thing for Player 2 Corrin because I only have Player 1. I think I bought it from the same exact seller. Just, you know, different packaging a little bit. Not as many stickers on it. But yeah, you know, Cloud is one of my mains as well within Smash Brothers, even though I'm not, you know, necessarily a pro or super duper good at it. Like I said, I just like characters with swords. So, and Cloud has a really big sword, if you know what I'm saying. Pun intended, or innuendo intended, whatever. Moving on from there, we got Joker. The Joker amiibo. Bought this Target pre-order, and it came in the mail nice and pristine. No biggie about that. And then I think until Art Swift started reprinting them or whatever, or got the reprints, whatever the case is, this figure would go for like so much money, close to like $100 or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's such a cool amiibo. Like, just look at it, the blue flame, and obviously it's Joker Persona. You know, Persona as a series is pretty big, so to have a Joker amiibo, you know, it's gonna be popular. Another third-party representation, we got Hero from Dragon Quest. Not a big fan of this inclusion for me personally, but you know what? I understand that Dragon Quest is a huge franchise. Me personally, I haven't gotten into it just yet. But yeah, you know, nice to see Hero in amiibo form. Next one we got here is Piranha Plant. Once again, I think imported this because it's sort of like the UK packaging and everything like that. Don't exactly know why. I think I just missed out my opportunity to get him in the States. Just couldn't find them anywhere. So I was like, well, couldn't secure a pre-order. Let me just buy it on eBay and just get it from someone from the UK. So what we got here is Daisy. Nothing too exciting. Once again, probably just pre-ordered it from like Amazon, Target, Best Buy even. So Palutena. This one is still the original from the Amazon exclusive days. Haven't opened it yet, just because I haven't had a reason to open it. But yeah, Palutena, such a cool amiibo, so much detail, nice colors, super duper cool figure. Next one we got here is Terry Bogard, another regular fighting game represented within Smash Brothers. A lot of great details in them. Once again, I feel like a lot of people will look at amiibo and be like, oh my god, it's like 17-20 bucks. So then when you actually get a look at the figures, it's like, okay, yeah, like there's like a lot of detail in them, and it has a in-game functionality if you're into that, which I know most people like myself aren't really, but you know, it's there's the option. But still, like the figure itself, it just looks so goddamn good. Next one we got here is another reprint. This one, I don't know what happened to the box, but it's the Famicom colors for Rob. Obviously, I keep it in the box because there's no reason for me to have two Robs out, but it's cool that Nintendo decided to release the Famicom colors within the States. So, yeah. And I think that the Famicom colors are just a lot better, you know, more colorful. The actual accents of red make Rob stand out more than just the mute colors of the gray. Now we got to show off my Xenoblade amiibo. So here's Shulk. I believe I bought this from Target, GameStop, one of those red retailers that had a restock on them or whatever. So I'm pretty sure it was GameStop though. But yeah, you know, Shulk is such a cool character with his Blade Buster and all this other stuff. So then the other representation that Xenoblade got was Pyra and Mythra. So this was after my Wind Waker sort of horror story where I pre-ordered that double pack and I just couldn't get it. Then I looked on eBay and I saw the prices of it and I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna just sell the rest of my Zelda Anniversary amiibo because I was just like, I'm not gonna spend the money to complete the set. I might as well sell the ones that I don't want anymore and only keep the Ocarina of Time one. So this one I pre-ordered twice. I got it on Best Buy and Target, and then I just gave my other one to my best friend Damien because I believe he missed out on the pre-order window. And I'm like, well, this is a Xenoblade amiibo, and a lot of people like Pyra and Mythra. So I was like, let me just make sure that I secure this one for myself before another Wind Waker situation happens. And of course, the last amiibo we got here is Sora. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Wow. Crazy enough that he is actually in Smash Brothers, but the fact that we have a amiibo of him is even crazier. So yeah, now the entire Smash Brothers Ultimate roster is complete with an amiibo form, and I own every single one of them. Way too much money spent for a amazing display of figures, but hey, you know what? It's all worth it. It makes me happy. So yeah, definitely excited to have this one within my collection. Very, very happy about it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my entire Super Smash Bros. Amiibo collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It definitely took a very, very long time to get this all set up, organized, and everything like that. But yeah, I have over 100 figures in total. Mostly my Smash Brothers amiibo, but hey, you know what? My non-Smash Brothers amiibo take me just a little over the edge of 100. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more videos like this, you can hit the like button and subscribe. I put new videos up on Saturdays. Follow me on social media at TV Sonic Gaming. I put updates of my future videos on there: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything. And yeah, if you guys want to check out my podcast, we talk about games, movies, and anime every other week. It's called the Travis and Damien Podcast. And that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. Now, see you guys next time with more videos.